The Scoop, August 18th to 22nd General Hospital spoilers, murky actions, and lethal maneuvers. When Kane asked Jack to lunch at Society on the Young and the Restless, he may have paid for the empanadas, but the Abbott patriarch ultimately took control of the lunch gathering. This week, Peter Bergman won Soap Central's Performer of the Week for Y&R Award for his skillful portrayal of Jack Abbott, a business executive who demonstrated to Kane who is and isn't in charge. Peter Bergman, Performer of the Week, The Young and the Restless. When Bergman ordered lunch for the two of them, Jack betrayed a look that indicated he understood exactly what Kane was up to. It was a power play. Kane apologized for Carter's conduct after Jack brought up the horrifying events of Nice, as though his former assistant had only misplaced dinner table name cards and not killed anyone. Jack informed Kane sternly that he killed two men, in a tone that made it clear this would not be a social gathering. Jack responded to the former Aristotle Dumas' attempt to reassure him that he wasn't a threat by joking that he wouldn't be seated across from him at a table with silverware on it if he thought he was a threat. In the Jack/Kane moments, Bergman added strength, alertness, and coyness. Even though Kane was charming and offered to buy him lunch, Jack made sure he wasn't going to infiltrate himself into his life. Empanadas for contemplation. Jack advised Kane to ask the billionaire to concentrate on details rather than using mysterious language. Given that Abbott Communications was a new company, Jack questioned Billy's motivation. "This is not about money," Jack pointedly told Billy, who suggested otherwise. By pointing out that he and Billy were once almost brothers, Kane attempted to persuade Jack to lower his defenses. Jack skillfully cut short the moment Kane pretended to be Jill's son. Jack remarked, "Whatever brief period you had as Billy's brother was founded on a lie." Kane's politeness and endearing grin were brought out, and he said that ordering his meal was a futile attempt to exert control. In these situations, neither of the men raised their voices, but Jack's tone made it obvious that he wasn't buying Kane's act at all. Throughout, Bergman maintained a controlled intensity that made Kane realize that if his objectives involved harming the Abbotts, he was going to have a hard time getting along. Jack claimed to have considered making a deal with Kane, but changed his mind. He preferred to sell Kane the notion that he ought to leave Genoa City. "No one wants you here, Kane," Jack said. "No one has enough faith in you to do business with you." Any chance Kane had to make some friends with people in town was left on the other side of the Atlantic, Jack joked. He asked Kane what motivated him to grow an empire that was already huge and prosperous. Jack then went for the kill by telling Kane that he would fail to win back Lily's love no matter what his plans were. The Young and the Restless. Lunch to go. The Abbott executive began to leave before things got out of control since he knew the remark would irritate Kane. However, he first issued a strong warning to his opponent. To highlight Jack's mental state, Bergman kept his gaze on his scene partner. Jack told Kane that his billions were little compared to the combined intelligence of him and other Genoa City power brokers. "You would be wise to remember the scope of power, the range of tenacity of the people you are pitting yourself against," he said. Jack joked, "Thank you for the empanadas. My appetite vanished." Bravo to Bergman, who has won 3 Daytime Emmys for his role on The Young and the Restless. He makes Jack a strong character, a businessman who has achieved success in life by getting to know his rivals better than they may know themselves.